bro. What's going on?
Hey guys, welcome to Bants and Rants. I'm about to pop up another talk show.
Another one.
You
Wait a
keep
minute, that's
clapping, it's too much.
Hey, welcome to
But shit, you know this thing, bro. Yo, I think it's like a normal YouTube thing, bro. Like people, I mean, I do it. When you wanna say something, you clap. What's good, YouTube? So I don't know who came up with that, but it's like a natural thing, and you like get on camera. You know, my camera's so zoomed in, bro.
Thank you.
We're all intelligent.
Hey, what guy?
Sorry, what was the question?
Thank you.
We're all intelligent.
Hey, chat. Let's. Who looks like the smartest? Judging by facial reaction, you see how they are all gravitating towards this girl here. Easy, I don't know, or fun or something. But they all looked at this girl, so maybe she's the one. Maybe she's the
We're
smallest
all
one.
intelligent.
That's why he was Orifama, yeah. Maybe he's the smallest one. But
How's this guy the most intelligent, bro?
I'm joking. I don't know you guys like.
Pause. Hey.
I-
Are you ready?
the sting problem is crazy.
Yeah. Probably Malachi.
This is big, big.
No, yes, the bro. Look at this guy's wingspan, bro. I'm just saying.
Wingspan is crazy.
Nah, that's normal, right?
Kyla.
That sounds good. You thought that 8.
Oh, money is crazy. I don't know.
Don't put it on me, I'll disappoint you.
Okay, so Malachi. Yeah, he does have long arms.
He wants to be
can't
the
lie.
underdog.
Alright. Eyes. Toes. Shoulders. Eyes. Nose. Sting.
No, can we talk about
He's
how?
faster than you, bro.
Listen,
This guy is trying to make an
listen,
explanation.
listen.
You know, black people.
No, G.
You know, black people, man.
Hey, listen, I'm taking.
Nah,
I'm taking
bro,
the L.
there's nothing to
I'm taking the L.
Let's take the L,
I'm taking
bro.
the L.
Okay,
But
take
I'm just saying, can we talk about how all you have to do was this, but I had to that's all I'm gonna say. America, also known as caramel.
Why is he biting his lip, bro?
Yeah. Also known
Guys.
as caramel. I'm on TikTok, IG. I mostly focus on TikTok. I am 6'1", 6'2", if I'm wearing shoes. So right now I'm 6'2".
Ass down, boy.
But yeah, I'm single. I've been single for a long time because of someone's child.
Yeah.
Okay, I won't give a backstory, but it's because of someone's child, and it's fine. It's not fine, but it's.
Let's get to the university part.
Okay, yeah. I'm looking at the university in Hungary. It's called IBS, I think, something like that. I don't know.
Hungary.
Yeah.
It's an interesting location.
I don't know.
That's so real.
Nah, but chat, who still thinks of like varsity, bro? I think pressure for varsity ended like right after high school. When you realize where I want to go, definitely not varsity, you know what I mean? But for those who are pursuing varsity chats, shout out to you, bro. But like, I realized the pressure is only there when your teachers are like, hey, what? Do well so that universities can accept you, what. But when you realize that you're outside of high school and those guys who did way better than you are still chilling with you, you see, maybe it's not that deep. I can do my music career, my beat career, or like content creation. You know what I mean? So I think that university chat is kind of crazy.
Don't you know?
Don't only have like 2 options.
Crazy.
Use it, I guess.
Yeah, use it. I think
I
use
don't
it.
know.
Yeah, but use it is a bit hard to get into though. if you think about it.
Yeah, bro.
The best thing.
Right there,
I'm
too.
talking about the
It's
easiest to
already
get in.
showing.
Actually,
No, but
I'm the
Loki
one
is
who's
the
being-
best.
Hey, shut up! I'm the one who's being asked. What do you mean?
It's okay.
To another man.
Finish.
Yeah, I said use it. That's
It's
my
okay.
answer.
Shut up. To another man. Hey.
Yeah, she's gonna throw.
What's your name?
Uh,
My name is Anisha, and I am 20 years old.
Chet. Yo. Night. You watched the video, bro.
Who responds to the guys in the comment section?
Yeah.
Ask, are you single? Then you respond.
So answer that.
but you years ago.
People ask me if she's single. Let me see. Careless or dope. Monasha was making sense. Please, what? Wow. Anisha, you've been inside. Which rooms? Oh, Chet. What did we miss? Peter says always. What? Okay. I don't know what's going on. Why is Anisha talking like she's on an interview? I don't know who asked if she's single, Chet. No, I'm not hating anything. I'm just like, bro, let me watch the video. This is not about me.
You told me to.
So obviously I'd prefer to be at an Ivy League school, right? However, in Zimbabwe, I would say one of the best universities is Africa University, mainly because it accommodates international opportunities as well as a diverse group of students. So I would say that Africa University is the best in Zimbabwe.
Who would you pick next?
I would pick Monash.
And that was when you was at 5 o'clock.
No, that's why.
That's how you're
Bro, that sounded-
speaking.
that
Like,
sounded so
you're on-
formal. Hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah.
Jay. What's up, guys?
chill,
I'm
girl. I don't
Monashe,
even want to speak.
known as
on it.
Monashe on TikTok, IG, yeah. And as of this, I can't answer that question. They know why. I can't answer that question. I can't
What's
answer
the
that
question?
And as of this, I can't answer
Single.
that question. I can't answer that
Buddy,
question. I can't
what's
answer
gonna-
that
Those are
question.
my
In other words, who's fair?
You have to speak in Zulu, bro.
Yes, because I can't say it in Shona.
So that doesn't
Google
mean they will
Translate, it's fine.
understand.
Okay, Nashi, which is the worst university in Zimbabwe?
Yo, I feel like people are gonna come in those DMs. Anyways, guys, don't target me, but I'm just saying, man. I'm gonna say use it. I'm sorry.
And why?
What?
Not really though. I know Africa University and all that. My bad. I know Africa.
What's all that?
And there's Chinoi, yeah, Chinoi
Oh, yeah,
University.
but my God, you get me.
Chinoi,
Why did you give him the mic?
Yeah, but this is
Yeah.
yummy.
Anyways, Chinoi University. But in infrastructure wise, UZ is a bit behind. I can say that. And also, like, I think we know.
No, we don't know.
We know.
Yeah, we don't.
What are you saying?
You guys know, man. You guys know.
No one
You're
knows.
laughing by yourself, food. That's why
They know. But yeah,
We don't.
I'll tell you.
I actually don't know. Anyway,
you don't know.
Do you want to talk about
It's a very-
the school itself
Or the
students?
people,
Oh
right?
yeah, we can talk
right.
about the students. We can talk about the students.
Oh, cool.
Exactly. We just in there.
All right, fine. And you said you're not single.
I can't answer that.
Oh!
Who will move next?
Jay.
Yo, Jay.
Yo,
Which university in India do you know?
India.
Yes, India.
Yeah, the thing always comes up.
Amara Brown.
What you know about Chandigarh University? What you know about that, Chet?
Shout out
Yeah.
Amara Brown.
Shout out.
Amara Brown.
Yes,
Mm,
special
I should-
shout out to
I don't know if
Mama
it's
Brown.
pushing or it's career. Eh?
You can't say that.
On your wife.
It's not my wife, but you know the future.
Okay, speak, Jay.
Yeah.
Yo, Chet, did I tell you Amara Brown once commented on my video. Sorry.
Okay, speak, Jay.
Yeah.
My name is Jay.
It didn't change. It's the one.
My name is Jay. Jay Saru on all platforms as well. That's all.
What does Saru mean?
Saru,
Yes, Saru.
short for Saru Chera. From Chera in Yanga.
Oh, nice. Single?
Huh? So we're talking
Bro.
about today. Specifically, we're going to talk about degree choices and pressure when it comes to degree choices. Why we choose what we choose, what conditions make us choose different degrees, whether it's our parents, the university itself, the location where we are. I don't want to have my hand, but yeah, let's start. I don't know if I want to start. I want to hand over to anybody. You, what degree do you want to study and why?
Actually, initially, I wanted to study law, but then I had to change to international relations because my grades weren't like on the low level, right? So now I'm going to be studying international relations, which is okay, right? But ideally, my mom would have preferred that I would be doing law, right? But I would say that growing up, a lot of the opportunities I used to get were always in line with like international relations, be it public speaking, advocacy, and the likes, right?
Can you explain what international relations are for those that are not? Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, exactly.
So there are different areas in international relations. We have things like NGOs within it, right? Yes.
NGOs?
Yes.
Non-governmental organization.
Yeah. That's what he was saying.
We knew that, right?
No.
Yeah, Chet. We knew that.
International diplomats. We also have lawyers, international lawyers, and it goes on like that. So I'm looking into diplomacy, right? Because I am someone who believes in advocating for the girl child, for children, for women.
Yeah. What's going on, bro? The first girl we watched, she was doing the Dora item. She's also like speaking like she's talking to like the president or like she's in a job interview, you know? I thought, bro, it's calm. I'm just saying like, is that how people speak in general? Because I know I cannot. I struggle, bro. Like sitting there and trying to sound professional. You might hate me, bro. I'm not gonna lie. But like, is that how girls naturally speak in front of the camera? Oh, sorry, ma'am. Continue.
That's the area I'm looking into getting into, right? And this is something that a lot of people don't understand because the first thing a lot of people think about is how much are you going to get paid from that job, right? And for me, it's more so about making an impact than like what I'm getting back. Like obviously I want to make money, right? But I feel like I'll get back. Like obviously I want to make money, right? But I feel like I'll get returns on like my hard work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Money
Cap.
is the most important factor to consider when you're choosing a degree.
I feel like if you're passionate about something and you work hard for it, then money comes in. So I feel like don't think about the money first because you can make money from your degree, but you won't enjoy it and you end up miserable.
Chet. Now, her point is valid, right? It can go both ways. Have you ever heard the heart is there? What's the wish? I remember my soccer coach, right? He had this saying that he said for one of our players, the heart is in the right. No. Not soccer. Another sport. I'm not going to say which sport because anyways. He said, the heart is there, right? But the body cannot translate or it cannot interpret the passion, the heart. If that makes sense. Like, you can have a passion for something, but that passion may not be as well executed as you want your passion to be, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So like, as much as you're passionate about something, there has to be logical reasoning. Logic and reasoning, same thing. Ish. What I'm trying to say, Chad, is as much as you're passionate about something, you also have to be realistic about whether or not your passion is taking you to where you want to go, right? Because one person can love soccer to death, bro. Like soccer comes first. If you know anything related to soccer, that person will talk about. That person will be there. That person is very knowledgeable. But if we say, "Oh, here's the ball, play," so what she's saying is valid, but not all the time, bro. Not all the time. Where your passion will bring in the income, bro. You can try. I think find a passion you're good at. I think that's a bro. I need a new soundboard, bro. That's a good way to put it. A passion that you're good at. Yeah. I'm cooking, chat. We're in the kitchen.
Amen.
But shout out to her. He didn't say anything wrong.
Sorry, what was the
Yeah,
question?
but I think like when it comes to choosing your degree, it's also dependent on how you did in A level. Because a lot of people are like, oh, I want to do medicine, oh, I want to do this, I want to do this, and then it's okay.
He needs a drink.
Yeah, a lot of people are like, oh, I want to do medicine, oh, I want to do this. Guys, look, I feel like sometimes it's overrated to go and do medicine when you have 2-3 points. Let's be realistic.
Yeah, and then
Let's
that's
be.
when,
Who's doing medicine with 2-3 pain? You see what I'm saying? The passion is there, but you wanna do medicine, but your brain is not comprehending what medicine needs. So look for a passion that also works hand in hand with your ability. Nah, Chad, what? Let him cook, bro. I'm cooking. I'm in my bag, bro. Come on, Chad.
But what if that's your passion? Because she talked about passion over mine.
Yeah, we're talking about passion. Yeah, we're talking about. But you know by yourself. You know by yourself,
But
and you're
that's
like,
why you be happy, girl.
no, but that's not the point. We're talking about
Can't
money
be
versus
happy
passion,
every
not
day.
grades versus passion.
yeah.
I didn't bring up either of those things.
You just need to be like. You also need to think like before you choose your item. I
Yeah,
cannot
Facts,
do
bro.
this.
But then you also need to understand that when you're in high school, you obviously set goals for yourself, right?
Yeah.
And then you work to pursue those goals. Say, okay, by the end of this, I want to get 15 points, right? But the realistic thing is that there are going to be some subjects that you're going to struggle with,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then when your results then come out, you realize, oh, I actually got like 13 or like 12 or less,
yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
right? And that's when you have to sit down with yourself and have an honest conversation and be like, okay, what am I going to do? I cannot pursue what I wanted to do initially. For example, in Zim, if you want to go and study law, if you want to go study medicine, you need 15 points.
Yeah, that's real.
That's the standard.
But
So
also,
you have to be realistic and look, okay, what do I do?
15 is
Yeah.
okay. But also, I feel like a lot of people are influenced by parents. Also, like having a specific parent in the medical field, they also then give you the pressure to then be like, do this, do that, do this, do that. But like sometimes, you know, like
So then what
your brain is telling you no, but your parents are telling you yes.
Your dad is a doctor. You say I want to go.
I want to, yeah, yeah, that's not gonna work out. That's not gonna work out. But I guess as we're going, a lot of people are becoming a lot of parents are becoming a lot more transparent with it.
You've watched the show Forever, right? Anyone else watched it?
Yeah, I watched
What?
it.
Forever.
No.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
never watched?
Okay, for those who haven't, those on screen who watched it, there's that kid, right? What's his name again?
I
Which
forgot.
one?
Yo,
Ch-
I forgot his name. But you know, like the main character, the main guy.
yeah.
So he had a back and forth with his parents all the time because they wanted him to go to university, but he wasn't the most book smart guy out there. So he said, "I want to go make beats." Yeah, for the show, it's okay. The beats were ish, but technically speaking, his parents were supportive. Like his dad was a very well-known chef.
Yeah.
And what's his mom do? What's mom?
Guys, why are we not talking about this?
No,
I'm
it's-
confused.
It's also low-key relating
So,
to
like,
yeah.
basically, the thing is, he wanted to pursue music, and his mom was like, "Okay, fine, fine, you want to do music, but then I need you to go to school and obtain a certain level of education, you know, because your music is not always gonna be like great.
That
right?
makes sense.
Yeah. So
Yeah, essentially, that's all I see university as. I don't see it as like
yeah.
I don't
The
see it
backup,
as
right?
like you need to go to university to make money, but it's like a backup putty. If what I want to do doesn't work, then at least I've got my degree and I can go look for a job. But to be honest, guy, me, I don't care what degree I do, what career it is, because I'll never be happy going to work. I won't even lie.
That's fair.
Even going to school, we had a lot of freedom in school.
Facts,
but I'll
bro.
never be happy. Because I
Yeah,
wasn't
that's
happy
true.
in school.
That's true. That's true.
That's facts. That's facts. And one thing, yo, today I'm so opinionated. I'm talking too much, so that's what I'm saying. But what he's saying is facts, bro. But the problem with that now is half the population or half the economically, what's the word, active people don't want to work in jobs now. Everybody wants to do something out of the office. But yeah, sometimes you have to balance office people, non-office people. You know what I mean? But now he's spitting though. He's spitting, bro. I'm telling you, your whole learning or your whole education from grade 1 to upper 6, bro, that was just so you can have the ability to think. I'm sorry, bro. 15 points or not, the fact that you can reason, you can make decisions, that's the whole point. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't make sense that we both went to school, right? I can start my business right after school, right? You go to university. After university, you start a job. By the time you're done with university, the business I started, right, can either be booming or it can be keeping me sustainable. You get what I'm saying? So I think the ability to make decisions and think is the whole point of education, bro. Obviously, if you're gonna be a doctor, what, some of those things, you gotta go to school. You have to. You must.
That's
You
true. And to
understand?
be honest, like the most of the population in Zim right now, that has money. Like money.
No.
but they have a backbone of education.
Yes, they do.
Bro, that's an L whisper, bro.
He went right in between the
But
mics.
anyways,
Wait, that what you're saying
Dangerous.
is true. You have education, whether they use it or not. It's not
Yeah,
our business,
yeah.
but they have it,
they have it there.
and it's your typical accounting, they have MBAs or what's your whatever. So
I think
But use. I think personally, the advice we can give to people is like use university as a networking type of kind of place. So whenever you go to Italy or Dubai, get as many connections as you can.
okay, but we need to. I feel like we need to let go of the propaganda that is there that makes us believe that we can only
English,
make
sorry.
good connections
English, wow.
that are. I mean, internationally, like we can also make good connections, right? But we have this in our minds that obviously things are tough, right? But you can still make decent connections. Yeah, people from out of the country, they still come here and they still go to different universities to talk to students, to give them life skills, and you can still network.
That's true.
You can still network here, so it doesn't matter. I feel like it doesn't matter where you go. I feel like we should not belittle people who still stay here
Yeah, exactly.
to
I
obtain
feel that.
education and not discourage them and say, oh no, because you're in Zim, you cannot get like connections, you cannot network.
Oh!
Like, okay, maybe out there it's a bit better. There's people that are out there like that. But you can still
Yo, what's good, Hogwarts?
Yeah. I think generally people just want a change of environment. Can I say it like that?
yeah.
Because like you're used to, let me be honest with you, like a lot of people, when you stay in Zim, you have the idea of, oh, I'm going to have to stay in my mom's house. And I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't do this. And in your mind, you're like, if I move away, I get that certain level of freedom.
Just move out of your mom's house.
But then it's not
With what money? That's the
Good
thing,
guy,
bro.
bro.
In Zim.
Job.
Nice.
Get a job, go to uni.
Yes, sir.
Get a job that's paying you $250.
But then you also
We
understand that it's also not
we on every
easy
day,
to get a job.
9 p.m.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's not.
A lot of people are starting small businesses in Zim because it's tough.
Huh?
Like,
Yeah.
it's not easy to get a
Hey, Yeah. I want to let you check the amount of entrepreneurs in Zoom, bro. Yeah. Shout out to y'all, bro. Shout out to y'all. I don't play games, bro. I don't play games.
Are employed. Like,
Yet.
it's still not enough.
Yeah, it's still not enough. Okay. 250. Okay, how much do you spend per weekend? Exactly my point.
Yo.
You spend like 50.
Where is this money coming from, bro? How much you spend per weekend? You have to think. I can tell you now straight. Oh, these hands. These fingers, sorry. Mashoma, boys. Mashoma. I got one these. Too many fingers here, bro. Marino VPK. Just do that.
$50 a weekend. Right? That's already a quarter of your salary. You feel me? Just like
The
that.
people out there that earn 250 with families. So you have to send them to school.
Exactly.
Right.
Think of that. So a lot of people in their minds, they have the concept of if I leave the country, then I can work there and then make money and then
But I feel like it also depends because, like, for example, right? You were hating, but I want to do medicine, right?
Yeah.
And
my bad.
Yeah.
my bad.
I
My
want to
bad.
do medicine, and I want to do it out of Zim, not because I'll have freedom from my dad. My dad,
Well, yeah,
my homie, like I can go out still.
Well,
I'm
go
here,
on, go on,
right?
you know, yeah,
Cool.
well, go on.
So it's
Shout
not even
out.
about freedom, even though it is for some people because they do live in households that are strict and stuff like that, right? But for me, it's about, unfortunately, Zimbabwe doesn't have a lot of opportunities
Yeah,
for
that's
people, right?
Right.
So
Yes,
if I do medicine here, right, yes, they're good. Like
Yeah.
they've been amazing doctors from UZ or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like I personally, for what I want to achieve in my life,
Bro, who is this guy, bro? Who is this one, bro?
but I feel like I
This man he's in his own world, bro. Is he part of the podcast or not? He's out here charring chips like this. Nah, let me not say that. But who is this guy, bro?
personally, for what
yeah.
I want to achieve in my life, it's gonna limit me. It's
Those are
really
very
gonna
not
limit
serious.
me. And if I were to get a job like out there and then
Yeah, bro.
there's somebody
Oscar.
knows something that everyone knows, like in a first world country, and I'm here and I don't know that, and I go there, then I look
Okay, I have a
incompetent
question.
to do my job.
I have a question though. So for most of the degrees that people do, you realize like you have to go out of the country and then come back and be attached in Zim. And then
Yeah,
Oh,
Why would you want to
Yeah,
stay
but
in
that's
Zim?
not for
No,
everywhere.
with
though.
medicine, you
No,
have to come back and
You have
stay
to.
for like 5 years and
Hmm?
make cool.
In Zim.
Yeah, I
No,
don't know.
but
It's
that's,
not for
that's
everywhere
only,
that-
That's only the case if she wants to come back.
Huh?
If they
Yeah.
don't give you
People come back.
Because you also have
Yes,
to
that's what I'm
work
saying. It's different. It's not for
and
every
then
single
what
group.
else? With a lot of degrees, you just have to generally come back sometimes.
No, it's likely with the case like with law and with medicine and
Okay, guys, I have a question. Besides opportunity, why do people not stay here? Do you think it's like a peer pressure we're given in high school? Like,
No, but there are
you
many
said,
things.
you said, this,
How
that,
do
this,
you
that.
stay? How do you stay in a
This
country
guy,
without
bro.
opportunities?
Listen. If there's any free food function, invite me, bro. You see what he's doing? That's my job. Simple. I come, I chill, I eat. You get me? Make sure there's no leftovers. You get me? Mumsy is happy, the food is finished. You understand? We don't waste. So call me. If you guys have like any free food events, let me know, bro. Cause mpesu go. Cause I don't do it. Those are then straight. I don't wanna talk. No. I'm an extra mouth, right? Pause. But you understand what I'm saying, right? I eat and I disappear. No problems. You will never catch me trying to make arguments, okay? Just invite me. I eat. No food is left over, okay? All the moms complaining about your daughter doesn't eat, your son doesn't eat. I eat, man, okay? I eat very well. Very well. Okay.
Because
Anyways.
we're teenagers, right? We need to make a living for ourselves, have a great life, soft life type vibes. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to lie to you. I want a
Yeah.
soft life. I don't want to be living tough all my life.
Yeah.
So, how am I gonna stay here just hoping things get better?
Oh yeah.
Like
true.
I can genuinely, if it gets better and I'm rich, I'll come back. No problem.
Okay,
But
why?
I'm not gonna stay
Come
and
back.
suffer for
Okay,
no
Anisha,
reason.
why wouldn't you go to use it?
Because I don't want to go there. I
Okay.
don't like the resources they have. I do not like
That's
how
my
they
point.
maintain the school. That is my reason. Like I do not like their rooms. I hate their people.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's
Yo, we just watched the video, bro. Is that the same place she's talking about? Cause there's something that what was the name? I forgot the name. But is it something she didn't show us? There's always two sides to a coin, right? She's really bad. That you remember this comment? Where is it? And yeah, wow. Anisha, you've been inside those rooms. Damn. Is that what you're talking about? That's Anisha, right? I hope so. Otherwise, the Ndomoka. But yeah, she's passionate about
even
it.
that, like even if I were to,
Comfortable.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. And even like if I were to go, for example, for medicine, right? You do like a residency, a period where you have to work in hospitals, and they'll place you in a public hospital. And in here, kind of like some don't have. Oh, I don't know if you can put it in there, but I'm just gonna say some don't have beds, some don't have
That's
bandages. How am I
Yeah,
gonna know how to
exactly.
do my job? I won't.
Fair point.
So
For
Jay?
me, it's not about not wanting to go to school here. Right? I think it's just about like how I feel in the environment as well. Because I feel like when you are
Bro, who is this guy? Let's check. This guy here. He's not here for the podcast. He's here to enjoy the free promo drinks and the chips, bro. Shout out to him. But listen, I mentioned if you ever want someone to eat, I'll come and I'll eat. Pause. Just in case.
Convenient time to go.
no, he was joking
Put it
because I
down,
was
bro.
lying down.
I think he's
You're
had
doing
enough of
too
it.
much, chill.
And Casey, bro, put it down.
okay.
Yeah.
I feel like when you're choosing a university to go to, because you're gonna spend most of your time there, I think it's also important to choose to take note of the environment that you're in.
That's up.
Yeah.
Because
Mageti, bro.
Nah, you thought you were funny.
what was I saying now? Because you don't wanna be miserable
Yeah.
in an environment that you're gonna spend most of your time in. That also influences your
Okay, so wait.
people and
So none of us receive pressure from high school, like,
I feel like there definitely is. I'm not disputing that there is.
I
I'm just
definitely
saying,
went. Like I
Right.
remember, I used to be in high school, and you'd like be walking through, and then people would be talking. Oh, I'm going to Italy. Oh, I'm going to England. Oh, I'm going there. And then they'll be
Bro.
like, if you go to use it,
yeah.
and then next year we see you at use it.
Chat, that's valid. Very valid. You know, when you hear people telling you, I remember when I was in lower six, bro, people were already talking about after, nah, I can't tell, bro. After high school, they already know where they want to go. They have like an application letter ready or it's been accepted. And you're like, where are you going? And they're like, nah, I'm going to like Canada, whatever, Australia and that. And you're like, oh, bro, I haven't even started looking into where I want to go. You know what I mean? So it's like the pressure to go to varsity in high school girl, is so peak, bro. And people will be telling you, I'm going to Australia, I'm going to Canada, I'm going to the US, I'm going to whatever. And then the fees comes in. The fees comes in, bro. That tuition will have you drop dead, bro. These fees are expensive. And you're like, you're going where? Oh, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I'd rather take that tuition machine. I'm not doing. What's going on with my today, bro? But I'd rather take that 60 grand per year and put it towards what I'm really passionate about. You know what I mean? I'm sure, bro, things will come out my way. But the pressure was peak. Oh, but the application yaka accept kwa lower 6 and DD today. Very good. Kana uriyo waka accept kwa lower 6 in chip lower 6. Just let us know, Richie. Are you there where you told us? Can I be watching go post?
Like most of the people who say, hey, I will never be there. And then, yeah, they.
But the thing is, the thing of they didn't have the choice. Like we said, situations.
Situation. Yes, but if you're given certain situations.
Mike is right here, bro.
That's
My
what
bad,
I'm
my bad.
saying. Yeah, you keep
But-
yelling.
No, like I'm, emotional.
passionate.
Yeah, I'm passionate. I'm passionate. Yeah, that's how you say it. But anyways, right? So what I'm saying is, the thing is, if you know you're in a situation where you can't afford to go out, then do not discriminate the ones who are going.
But I feel that's
What's
only
saying?
because, again, like you're saying, peer pressure. Like
Yeah.
you will be like, oh, I'm not going to use it because someone else said it because it's shocking. But like, oh, you're poor, you're broke, like you can't, like.
Or
that
you
type
can
of-
just say, "Good, I don't know where I'm going." Simple as that.
Yeah, but that's not the reality of life.
The thing
Okay,
is,
true.
I feel like even
Yeah.
when people aren't like giving you pressure like with their mouths, even just them going, you're like, hey,
Right.
Okay, wait.
I never felt that
Genuinely, I have a
pressure
question. I have a
at all.
Just ask the
Right.
question. You don't have
Yeah. Actually, I have a question for you two, right? I have a question for you two. Let's say a girl comes up, right? You're talking, nice conversation, everything.
How did we go from university to females? That's an interesting way to shift
Let's say a
conversation.
girl comes up, right? You're talking, nice conversation, everything is going well, and then she says, "I learned at UZ."
I don't talk to girls.
what's wrong?
Oh, why are you the liar?
Hey, this guy's looking for the scapegoat. Answer the question. Answer the question.
Okay, honestly. What she look like? That's my answer. What she look
So
like?
the
She's
school
bad.
doesn't matter.
She's bad.
She's
Look,
good.
she's bad looking,
The school doesn't
Nah.
matter. Yeah, of course. I'm not the one paying school fees.
Yeah, it's
She's
true.
a nice looking
Like,
mommy.
You can't just
Mom, yeah.
Yeah, she's right.
Okay,
mommy. You know.
nice
being
looking
like-
mommy.
Are we being like realistic?
Yeah, being
Okay,
realistic
geez.
is
So
bad.
she looks nga. Accents how far?
Everything is
Worse.
good, bro. The
Everything-
only
Okay,
bad
wait,
thing
no,
is
wait,
that
wait,
she
wait,
goes to
wait.
use it.
Accent, there's a bit of that.
Unashe.
Oh, wow. Wow. Yo, I feel offended. But I'm not gonna be offended. Because I'm Zimbabwean, guys. I'm Zimbabwean. I am proudly Zimbabwean. guys. I'm proudly Zimbabwean. But anyways, I'm
Partly
saying,
Zimbabwean,
yeah,
right.
she has an accent like Minashi, right?
Nah, man,
Like
is
Minashi, you know,
passionate.
you know, gateway vibes.
With me, I don't care what school she goes to, bro. I'm not the one paying the school fees. I
Real
don't-
shit.
That's right.
Yeah, facts, because there's people out there that want to discriminate as if they're the ones paying your fees. If you want me to be international, then pay my fees.
But
Yeah.
it's different when you're the guy going to use it.
Okay, wait. So wait.
But it's also
okay, wait.
different.
Okay, she has a new wig. She has no
Why are you
man.
looking for a problem on?
No, I'm not looking for a problem.
What's
No,
But
but
it
this?
look,
doesn't matter.
she
for
has
some-
nice wigs, Nini. iPhone 16 Pro.
So alright.
No, the point is,
Nah, he's answered the question. He's
That's what
answered
you're
the
looking for.
Right.
He's
right.
answered
no,
the
but
question.
then what is
No, but we can't
I
ignore
think
it and
it's
say it's
just-
not there.
I
We
think
can't.
it's just the point of hearing UZ, because someone can come from America and name a UZ university in
Yeah.
America, and you think, oh my gosh, because it's
Yeah.
America.
Guys, do you also
That's it.
realize that when a lot of people, when they go to international universities, some of them are actually at the schools that are down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
they
But
are.
because
Bro.
out
Majority
there,
of
people
people
are
are.
like,
That sound in the background is giving me PTSD, bro. It's giving me trauma in here. And I'm thinking, my stream is down. Like, what's going on? What's going on? Kasi KGBT,
oh my god.
Exactly, but just
yeah,
because
25 minutes.
And then you spend
Italy or
100,000 and then
whatever.
you come back, you have nothing, you have no car, you have.
Yo.
That's not even the point.
Okay. Let me explain to you why most people go to universities outside. The one thing I don't know, like how far, like you guys can fact check
That's
this.
some red wine.
I don't. What?
Ask me nicely.
I don't know how true this
Nah,
is.
sting,
like,
bro.
But then, like, because we're under
Sponsor your
age
boy.
restrictions and all that, our degrees they aren't recognized outside.
Oh, yeah,
So if you get a degree in Zim, you're stuck in Zim. There's no escape, and everyone wants to escape because we all know the situation in Zim.
Yeah,
Everyone's
that's
looking
true.
for a way out. So sometimes it's about a flex and whatnot. But I think it's kind of like subconscious, Kuti, when you don't have a lot of money, but you still want to go to school, you go to use it because it's less than $1,000.
Yeah.
But then the guys with the privilege and not money,
It's $1,000. Yo, Chad. What? How much? Is it's good tuition. Yeah. At university. I type so slow. I'm sorry, boys. Just want to clear it down. Application fee. No, bro. We want the full the application fee. Say. Okay, how much is fees? Whatever. 2,000. Man, is talking about less than 1,000. Yo, 2.5. That's actually insane. I'm not gonna lie. That's the same price as like these high schools nowadays. Wait, for international students, for locals. Bro? What is this in thing? What is that in US dollar? Yeah, per semester, bro. Man, talking about, bro, we don't want ZW, what, bro? Cause, come on, you for locals. But don't you know, Sian. But if locals are playing 2.5, 900. I'm basically learning for free. Check. Because if these private schools, let me show you something. You don't think I'm joking. There was a time, this school here, boys, this is a high school. Euros sego. That's what I couldn't be there. This. Aiwa. How much here exactly? Boys, 5,000, boy. Telling me it's more to go to high school than university. So just give me, bro. Make me go to university straight, bro. $900. 900, bro. I'm only comparing it to high schools, bro. High school is 5.7. University is 900. Ladies and gentlemen, give me the application today. What?
Hey, but the thing is, though, Italy isn't actually expensive.
It's very cheap.
It's very cheap. Actually, let me give you guys some advice.
What is
Italy is very cheap.
Yeah.
It's 170 a year, bro.
okay, you see now I
That's
think that's
crazy.
I
It's
think
not.
that's
No, it's not.
I think it's different for
No.
every degree. You can't say
No,
it's
it's
same
not.
price
It's not.
for
It's
every,
for
It's not like.
it's
okay.
for African
My question
students.
is
Us.
my
for
question
every
is,
single degree.
Yeah,
It's
accommodation is.
not like.
Yeah.
my question is, if that's the case, then why are now Zalama Zimbabweans?
Because no one knows about it.
No. Yeah.
Okay, wait.
Liam.
Liam!
No, because look at it like this.
Wow.
Let me explain why.
You gave me a white name, bro.
It's okay. Because there's an issue in Italy. The economy in Italy actually isn't very good. The job market there is very, very poor. Like, it's very bad.
Yeah.
As soon as you finish uni over there, minimum wage in Italy is like low.
Yeah.
That's why uni is also low. Like she was explaining. The
Yeah.
universities in Italy, they're good, but they're not like top tier in terms of Europe. That's why it's
Yeah, that's why it's so cheap.
You also have to
But you can
consider-
also the good thing about going to Italy though is you can literally, it's Europe. You can basically go to France, you can go to Hungary, you can go to.
Not when your visa is up, you can.
what do you mean?
You can, bro.
Auntie, most
When
countries.
it's expired.
Like
Oh, when
you
it's
say.
expired,
Yeah.
yes. But you can work during that time. You can
Yeah.
go to other
But
countries.
you also have to consider if that university's education is internationally recognized. Because there's so many people, even like going to Poland, like if you read the articles,
Poland.
yeah, if
Yeah.
sorry,
Poland
If you
is
read-
another Zim state, bro.
if
Okay.
you
And UK.
Guys, let us
I'm just
speak.
saying, bro. I'm just saying. Poland and UK.
okay,
Poland
I
and
was
UK.
saying like a lot of people go to Poland, right? But if you read like certain articles, you'll see that okay, this university is not internationally recognized, so you can only like pursue whatever career in that country, right? So you have to be very careful with which school you choose to go to when you leave the country, because yeah, it's nice to say, oh, I'm in the UK, I'm in Poland, I'm in America.
But
right?
also
be wise
Yeah.
about your decision.
okay, fair point.
You know, in my head, I was singing it at the top of my lungs. What's going on in the English, bro? Need to go to. Anyways, I was singing the song at the top of my lungs. And I'm like, should I? And I'm like, nah, let me chill out. But shout out to this guy. He's been the most chill guy there, bro. He's not trying to do too much. He's just in his own headspace, bro.
Wow, that's jarring. That's jarring. But anyway,
But how did he have that?
I also think the perception also with a lot of guys, let me be honest. In your head, you're like, I'm tired of Zim girls. I want to try something new. Look, I'm being honest.
King.
You're going to go and try something new, but you're always going to come
What do
for
you
yourself.
mean? As in guys.
Yeah, guys.
Something new, a whole country for something new. A
Guys,
boy.
I'm being honest.
okay,
I'm being honest.
A boy.
Huh?
I haven't even
A whole country for another
No,
boy.
not a whole country. I'm saying they want to try.
It is a whole
You know,
country.
Who's they? Speak for your girls.
No.
Don't speak for everybody.
No,
I
you
don't want
said-
to
No,
try.
I'm saying guys.
Why?
Guys.
Guys want to trade.
When they
So-
leave, so in their
Yeah,
head,
of course.
they want to exactly. You see my
Chet, are you leaving Zim
Guys wanna try
to go
But they always come back to Zimbabwe. Though.
experiment?
Lie,
I'm
you.
not lying.
You.
Jaden,
Your members
Jaden,
the
keep
same.
quiet,
Let's
bro.
not lie.
Jay, keep quiet. Should we start with your stories right now?
Right.
Exactly.
Remember, she's watching.
She.
She,
Ooh.
exactly.
You,
Oh, Yoshi.
On a public, bro. On a public platform, bro. Dabi, you too. They wanna go toe to toe. Guan for guan. Gentlemen, ladies. Uh-uh.
No, I have no she,
You
guys.
still have that
On
she.
that topic,
It's unclarified-ish.
On that topic, let's talk about uni itself and the experiences again. Uni, peer pressure, all of that. We know that.
Drugs.
Is drugs.
Alcohol,
My drug.
all of that. Let's start with that. Do you think people, when they go to uni, they change who they are, or they just try and test, or is it peer
No.
pressure?
Let
Nah.
me tell you. no
Wait.
one changes
One
who they
person. Yeah, go. I'm
Okay,
saying.
no one changes who they are when they're at uni. But now the one is, if you're going outside, you're thousands of miles away from your parents. You
Lack
don't
of
have to
exposure.
worry, like you don't have that exposure, so you're gonna try everything.
You're gonna try
You're gonna see
everything.
a line on the table.
So,
you try
advice to parents. Advice to parents. Let your kids have fun.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Wait.
my bad. Anyways, advice to parents, guys. Let your kids have fun. I'm gonna be honest.
What's
But
fun?
You know
there's
what?
different-
No,
you can't say
there's
fun
different
is
levels of fun,
drugs.
but you need to give them bandwidth to try things before.
What does that mean? Someone open
The dictionary. Some
I'm
other
proud of
shit.
you.
closed
I'm
her.
proud of you. Hey.
You know, I juice a lot of airtime. You know, so yeah, that's how I know. Anyways,
It's the same
That
person,
is
same
good.
power.
anyways, guys, what I was saying, right? These guys.
sorry. Yeah.
Anyways, what I was saying is, if you give your kid enough room to breathe and relax and be like, okay, this is not something new. You get my point. When you go out there, you're going to get hit by drugs,
Okay,
drinking,
but I
women,
don't think.
and you're not
I
used to
don't think
that.
parents will ever be okay with letting you do drugs and that type of freedom.
Oh, yeah,
I think
Tiff.
there's also a difference between being a friend to your child and genuinely being a parent. Like I'm saying, okay, I'm cool with my dad, but you can't do everything. He's
I'm
still
not
my
saying do
dad. Like,
drugs,
do you
though.
get what?
I'm not
But
saying
you're saying they
don't
should
do drugs.
breathe and relax.
Huh?
Breathe and relax means go, come on, go be an addict.
No,
don't
but look,
problem,
let me
just
be
come back
honest.
home.
I don't drink, I don't smoke, right? I don't drink, I don't smoke.
But that's just who you are.
Yeah, okay, yeah. But I'm saying the level of freedom I got, I was never like, oh, I want to do this, or I want to do that. Oh, you get my point. So
Yeah, I mean,
let's be honest. Most kids who have strict backgrounds,
Yeah, they end
Right.
up going.
even strict schools,
Chet. Let me tell you something. You can never compete. You can never ever compete with someone who was a home defender, bro. And when I say home defender, I mean forced to be a home defender. You know those people when you're like, yo, we're gonna try up a gango, or something, right? And then they're like, ish, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Don't go tanganya chupaden, mawan. Right. Put them on a plane. Hey, give them a month to be free. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. But you know what it is? What he's saying is facts. People who are put in a box, right? The moment they're given, those little lights, like when you're like in a dark room, and then there's like that small little gap showing sunlight. As soon as they break free from that dark space they were in, I'm telling you, bro, as long as they don't keep morals, whatever, in fact, morals, bro, the things you're taught at home, the things you're taught to stay at home for, if they don't keep such things close to them, bro, I'm telling you, this world is an evil world. It's an evil world, bro. Yeah, sure, people will be holding glasses and putting them in the sky, but there's a whole lot of stuff that comes with that type of enjoyment. You know what I mean? So now what they're saying, they're cooking, bro. They're cooking. Forced home defenders are the most dangerous. Those guys, come on.
Yeah, even strict schools. You know yourself, strict schools. The
Strict schools.
You know, those people, whenever they go to uni, man,
Yeah,
Yo!
it's true.
I think personally
Catholic
that
teach, Catholic schools.
you are a Catholic
Those
student.
I believe that
Riverton.
yes, our parents, right, they may be like strict, some parents, right? But I feel like as a child, you also need to know that there's a line that's drawn. You need to respect your parents. Understand that your parents are coming from a good place, right? So you can't be 14 and be like, oh, I want to go to a party. You're underage, number one. You want to be, what is going to be going on at that house party? You're underage. There's going to be guys that are older than you, right? I feel like there's a certain age where your parents start to then slowly be okay with things. I grew up with parents who used to be
Yeah.
like,
Sorry.
my parents were very
Straight.
not strict. I wouldn't say strict, but they were very protective, right? So there were some things they would let me do, and there were some things they would say no to until I got to a certain age. When I tell you the year I turned 18, they were
Yeah, that's
like,
crazy.
they started loosening up.
Exactly,
Dad, I
you
want
see
to
my
go to
point.
a party. They're like, okay.
My kid is
Yeah,
not
we used to
leaving
go
the
to the
house.
house to go to.
Hey, listen, little Richie Jr., you feel me? You ain't going nowhere, buddy. To all my kids, let's stay home. You get me? Help mom with the dishes. I clean the house. You feel me? Learn how to cook, buddy. Yep. You ain't going nowhere. Hey, listen. And if you become a ish, nah, leave not. But listen, any little Richie, bro, boy or girl, crib, that's your best friend. Okay.
My goddaughter is not leaving the house. The
That's
guy
the
can
problem,
That's
though.
the
Go. The guy can go.
You're talking about a strict place, and then your
Exactly.
child going to do drugs.
To come
but
back
you're
with the
doing
baby,
exact
bro.
same thing.
No, but
Nah,
you know,
wow.
That's the
listen,
problem.
But then-
also have to
But then, where you going?
You know what that means?
Yeah.
You know what that means? Hypocrite.
Bro, of course I know
you
what that
also
means.
have to look at like your parenting style and also realize that your child has their own character, whether you're strict or not. If your child is a wild card, they'll find means.
Go
Yeah,
deeper.
bro.
They will
Go
find
deeper.
Go deeper.
She might.
No matter how much money you have.
Yeah.
up to you as a parent to like have honest conversations with your kids.
Yeah.
Yes, Nini, I feel like this whole
Yes,
conversation
yes, talk.
has been about me.
It's about you, bro. It's okay.
Okay, right.
What?
Guys,
About him.
let's like you were saying, Kuti, some parents when you get to a certain age they'll loosen up and everything. But what if they don't loosen up?
Yeah.
Then there's
But I feel
a
like-
I
problem.
feel like
Then
that's a
there's no problem.
conversation you need to speak with your
Yeah,
parents,
yeah,
because
yeah.
I had to speak with my dad,
Same.
Okay,
like
yeah.
to be like, I'm older, I'm not
Yeah.
12 anymore. Like you also have to
Yeah,
understand.
Sure.
Ah, my dog.
What if like they don't listen? If they're like stubborn, Like if you try to say, you know what, I'm old. No, you're not.
You're not
Like,
old,
yeah,
but
no,
you can't
no,
go about
but
it
like,
like
yeah,
this.
I know, but like, you know, like when you try to have a conversation, right?
And
but
they just
nothing is
don't, yeah.
jumping in. Like you can tune go to, okay, look, I want to go to parties every once in a while, right? Because look, I'm about to go to uni. Uni, you won't be there, so you
Yeah.
can't stop me.
Either
At
I
least
do it
now,
now with you or I do it without
at
you.
least now, if I go out and I try alcohol and I come back drunk. At least, you mean if you've drank, you know what to do.
Yeah.
Like
Fair
exactly. Then for me to go there and I get drunk and I wake up on the side of
Also,
the street and
I have
suddenly,
something on that. I don't know what this thing is with parents. They try to pretend like they're people that they're not. In front of their kids. Like you're saying,
Like
for
they
example,
didn't experience
Exactly,
drinking
like
and
what you're trying
smoking.
to-
Exactly,
and
bro.
Because at least
Yeah.
you get- at least
And
you
I
get it
know
That's
before
why I love
then.
my dad.
I know
Can't lie.
people from the 90s had that fun.
Yeah, because
So
I know
it's
people
actually
from the
what
90s
you
had
do.
that
Yeah.
fun.
And they make you
Like-
feel horrible for being a kid, doing what they
Yeah,
did.
exactly.
yeah, I think
So
they
like if you're like that, like where you try to talk to them but they don't listen, like you're like, hey, can I go to parties? Cause
Man,
when I go
learn
to
this
the-
topic.
that's when
When
I'm
you're
gonna wild
parties,
out.
yeah.
It's like, wouldn't it be better if I'm here? And then they're like, nah. At least you're here in my house, so I can control you. But when you go, you're on your own. So I don't care what you do out there. But as long as you're under my roof, you do what I say.
Yeah.
Whatnot. And you try to be like, okay,
Listen, he's speaking from the heart, bro. I don't know. Hey, man. Let the boy go. Come. Just let him one. Nah, I'm joking. Parent him however you want to parent him. Okay? And now I'm comment
what
on this
about
topic.
alcohol, for example? You just get a generic, we don't drink alcohol. Okay, but why? We don't. That's the only answer you get. I don't know why we don't drink alcohol, but we don't drink. And then why?
Well, I think that obviously you know the character that your parents have, right? And at some point you have to, like I said, meet them halfway. If they don't want you to go to parties because of this and that, I think you should be willing to compromise some things. Like, okay, can I go to parties? And then you make an effort to come back in their house and respect them enough to not like be drunk, right? At least get home sober so that they can develop a certain level of trust for you.
Right, let me go again on that one.
Nah, the boy is passionate.
This guy, it's the story
He's
of his
passionate.
life. The story of his
Nah,
life,
like-
bro. Continue, man.
Me, I finished high school last year, ne? So from that time up until
Faster.
now, let's say I go for like a party or something, right? And I come back at 10 o'clock. That's when it just started, right? Or even in events where I come back at 1 o'clock.
10 o'clock is
In
crazy,
events-
bro.
In events,
We leave 10 o'clock to go there.
in events where I come back at
What's this guy's name again? In the middle. He seems like a very outgoing person.
home and I'm coming back sober every day. But still, that trust I equal you because they're always on some. No, you can't go to parties because that type of.
I feel
environment."
like
So-
some
so
of that
wait.
is because the parents know what they did, so they think you're
Yeah,
doing
I
that.
think
So like,
also-
that's why I'm saying parents should also know the difference between just saying no and advising a kid not to.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
yes, you drank and you knew
I feel
what
like
happened, so just tell me not to.
Kids want to experience the level of failure you've had. Not to be like,
Ah,
Wait,
no,
look,
Oh,
no, you
this
don't
guy,
understand. Let me go deeper than that. Let me go deeper than that. Right? Okay, so look, there are a lot of mistakes our parents made.
Yeah.
And in their mind, they're like, okay, since I made those mistakes, I'm going to make sure my kid doesn't go through the same mistakes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get my point?
But then we're still gonna make our own mistakes.
Yeah, that's what I'm
But I
saying.
feel like we should still learn from other
Yes.
people's mistakes.
Okay,
Like,
My dad
So-
always says that.
Sorry.
sorry. It's a short statement. My dad always says that one thing about my family are very open. He says that you have so many examples of what to not do
Yeah.
in your family, right? So you see that this happened with your aunt or with your whoever, right? Make sure that you don't repeat it.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Jay?
So, I was saying, so in the case,
Sharp.
like Malachi,
I'm not
cool.
sure.
Wait.
I'm so.
Malachi, so in your case, is it then ethical for you to defy your parents and say, okay, you realize they're not going to budge regardless? Should I just then do my own thing and defy them regardless? I go out, I break rules, I sneak out. Is that then ethical? Like,
Is that the
I'm going to be
solution?
young regardless because my parents are not budging. Like,
I don't know how to
Yeah.
answer that question because is it ethical or not?
yeah,
But what I can say is, what are the options they do?
that's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you feel me?
I also feel like parents need to realize not every kid is the same. I can speak for me personally. Like, I know my older brother was star child. Like, Star perfect. He never did anything wrong. He always grades up. He never went out.
That's so much
He had the
pressure,
same
bro.
3 friends his entire life. like perfect. And then, so my parents parented him in one way. So I feel like over the years, or let's just say the last 2 years, they've now realized that they can't parent me the same way they parented him.
Yeah.
Because I was a little bit different. I enjoyed being out. I enjoyed having more friends. I enjoyed all that. I wasn't as...
Manji.
Okay, so wait, question though.
I'm the
Do you
first
think
one.
we face all those? Do you think we face?
No, I'm also a firstborn. I'm sorry.
Okay, so do you think we still face those things when you go local? Like the whole
What?
being put under pressure with your parents and all that. and all
No,
that.
when you're, it depends. If you're still staying under their roof.
Yeah. You can
But
go
if-
Okay,
stay on
but
campus.
if you're in Harare, there's a high chance they'll just
Wait. I have a. You said if you're still living under the roof, ne?
Yeah.
Okay, so until you're living under their roof, right? And then you tune at them, go to, hey, guys, I'm going to move out, and then they're like, no, you're not yet ready.
You just go. At that point, honestly, I would just
So
leave.
what do you do
Just
like that?
leave,
What
bro.
do you do at that? If you leave, they tell you, go to, G, if you're leaving now, and this is uni.
Yo.
Bro, blink twice if you need help. Alright? Blink twice, bro. Cause
That's
That's some crazy
scary.
automator, bro.
Mr. Thomas, wagwan, my brother.
It's giving leave your best friend.
Since you're now your
But it's a daro. Washika ndak pizza, bro. This is my last video. Sadaro, bro. But shout out to you. Appreciate you, bro.
own person, you're now a grown man, G, pay for your own uni, and you want to move out and
I
be
feel
independent.
that your parents will then need to reflect on themselves in
Yeah,
that
they
moment,
need to
because that's a
reflect on
crazy
themselves,
In that
statement.
case, okay, what if I reflect? But what if they're genuinely just bad parents? Now what?
You.
I think
No, she
sometimes.
said you need to reflect on
No,
themselves.
Relax, bro. Relax. He was answering her question.
Exactly.
Relax.
What you do in that
You
case
are-
where
I feel-
you've gone through all the motions,
Yeah.
you force yourself to move out. They say pay for your own things. They reflect. They don't care about you.
But I feel like
But if
in
they-
most cases it's like a threat kind of thing. Like if
Yeah,
you do
try
it,
it and
yeah,
let's
and
see,
then
yeah.
but you can probably leave and they'll still pay. It's a high
Oh,
risk
but
thing to do. But
Even if they don't, I feel like it depends how badly you want it. Like, if that's something you want to do, you have to just
Yeah, you
suck
just
it
have
up,
to.
right?
I want my
Until your
freedom.
time is up.
I want my freedom one way
Okay,
or the other.
freedom.
I feel like you also have to show them a certain level of being responsible.
And
Like,
maturity,
sometimes
all
if
of
you're
it.
like a wild card and then you just go to person like
Then you
like,
go
I'm
to use
moving
it.
out, they're gonna be like, and do what?
Can use
Yeah.
it.
move
But
out, go to
they'll
use it.
know how it
Your what
Maybe you know me well enough, ne? You know I'm a wild card, but I think I can say I'm a responsible wild card. I think.
I don't
The way she
know
sound,
what
bro.
to say.
I don't
You
know.
guys know him better. so
Yeah,
I
wait.
can't-
He is a bit responsible. Yes, he's
A bit.
a bit. No, look, guys.
I'll take it.
Let me be honest. Look, for you to mature, you need to go through certain things, right? It's like for you to fall in love, you have to like go through a lot of heartbreak.
You have to
Not that. But I mean a lot of heartbreak. You get my point.
Bro, you
No, you don't.
No, in most
A lot
cases,
of
you actually-
heartbreak to
it's
find
character
love.
development, guys.
Guys, conversation. It's conversation.
Let's go.
Itchy.
Guys, you wear your girls, guys. You wear your girls.
Yeah.
Yo, chill. This guy, bro, half his if not all of his conversation, they all center around girls and that, which is, hey, there's no problem with it. I'm not saying there's a problem, but I'm saying there's no need to connect the two, bro. You could have just said, what's his conversation? See, I don't even know anymore. Now I'm thinking about the blue air girls conversation he's not talking about. Like, bro, chill out, bro. Chill, bro.
Nah, she didn't break my heart, but I'm just saying.
Bro,
Which one?
That's a,
Oh, no. She.
Brother, what do you mean you need to get your heart broken to
don't.
love? I
Exactly.
got my heart broken once and I ran away from love since. I've been single since.
Exactly, but when you
Exactly
decide
what?
to fall, no, when he decides to fall in love, he's gonna fall. In love.
Decide.
Guys, not everyone's
deciding.
So you're
love.
gonna
Right.
okay, so you're gonna be a bachelor till you're 40.
Maybe.
It's cheap.
Okay,
how
hey.
long have we been
So
talking
on
about?
that note, I think we got some good points going in this episode.
I don't think so.
We got good points.
I
We got good conversation going.
I've got
So-
one more thing to say.
One more.
about the firstborn thing. One thing about being a firstborn is you need to understand that you
You're
are
the
the experiment.
experimental child.
Exactly.
You get it.
You know, you are the experiment.
Yeah, that my parents.
Your parents
Yeah.
were parenting for the
Yes,
first time.
my
Yeah,
parents
yeah.
always said to me, Anisha, when you were born, we did not even know what we were doing. But then you look at your siblings and you see.
But now they
Different
pretend like they
things.
know what they're doing, boss. Because me, I see some of the things my sister has, bro, at her age, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what
I
I'm
experience
saying.
the same
Yeah,
thing.
they're
I
little.
see the same thing with my siblings.
So don't act like you
My-
know how to be a. Never
My
mind.
the younger ones, right?
Ew.
They are spoiled
One.
to the last.
I just know it.
But
I know.
I've seen that
please.
parents to give them what they want
Yeah.
sometimes, right? But with me, even till this day, it's like think twice, right?
Yeah.
Because they're used to parenting me a
Yeah.
certain
Yeah,
way.
that's true.
But then they also then learn to be a little bit softer
I don't
with
like
the
it.
ones. Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's
I
not
mean, it is
fair.
what it
It's
is.
not
I
Yeah,
feel
it's
like
not-
but
yeah.
as the firstborn, you're supposed to have a thick skin, right?
Yeah, true.
Because
true,
people
true.
can throw blows at you and you can be like, right? But then you can also be sensitive sometimes because you're already dealing with so much at home, right?
Yeah.
And then people have sometimes you're not in a good mood and then people have the nerve to press your buttons and stuff. So I feel like as a firstborn, you kind of have to try to I don't know,
Yeah.
just try to
Yeah.
to realize that
Mhm.
okay,
But I think also a lot of
this is how
people.
my parents
Yeah.
are.
It's okay.
But look, a lot of people also, I think they escape
I
the
was the
reality
firstborn,
of
you were
home.
in your arm.
No, I'm not a
No, but
firstborn.
it's
Hey, oh,
different.
No,
I'm-
look.
Even
it's
I'm not a
different.
firstborn,
Yeah.
but I'm the only girl, so it's different. Like
I'm the only
I
boy,
tell
bro.
my dad like you can't do that to
Yeah.
my younger brother.
My
'cause
wife
I
has high
thingy,
expectations,
then I don't
bro.
want
Like
to.
my corner is like she has to have this.
Your
she has to
wife,
have
you
this.
just said
No, my
wife.
future wife, basically, right?
Listen,
I'm the only
Hey.
boy in my house.
It's okay, Nash, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
What's
Hey,
up with
we
the
have good
drugs?
conversations going, good topics here.
What are we talking about
Hey.
right now? guys.
Nah,
Look,
shit, bro.
Hey,
Hey,
Bosh.
Yo.
Everyone from now on,
That's
shut up.
shit. That's end of episode. In
Yeah.
the comment, I want you guys to type in your opinions. Type in your favorite hosts as well. What you guys think about the hosts and all of
It's so
that.
deep.
Type in topics you want us to talk about in the next episode as well. But that's it from us, from the Bants
and
Rants
rents.
and Rants talk show. Yeah.
Talk show.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, catch you later, guys.
It's very old.
Picture.
Okay, bye.